perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never fake.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Kamara. Oh, look at that. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Gun.
Check 13. Check 13.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
20.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
20.
Check 25, check 25.
Express.
Hold.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Express.
Get him, you got him. Go, Mike,
Throwing on third down, Newton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the match.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and now it's second down. Throwing again. Allen. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
56.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, I-7.
Strip that ball.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Now he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Great. 951. Off. Pick it up.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Anuno's got it. Complete. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check hot route. Hot.
On first down, it's Newton. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
You got nothing.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Hey, I'm coming after you. Hey! Go. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. You ain't got nothing.
On third down, Newton. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Going for the deep ball. This is caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that?
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And here's Allen. Going to throw again. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Melvin Ingram in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
We got this. 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Mike 51. Hey, watch the slip.
From the gun, here's Newton. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a play.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Here we go, G. Check
20.
Check 26. Express. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Great.
Here's Newton. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the gun on third down, Newton. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Now Allen. Man open left side is Brown. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Allen's throw is complete. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Succop. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
The Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. shotgun snap for Newton. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. With it is Brown. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Now Allen. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point try now for Succop. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They fake the give. Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete. Intended for Tiger Cross.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Rashad Penny. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
I'm going back to you.
Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Sean Williams. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Newton. And a catch made by Kenny Britt. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Christian McCaffrey. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set. Ready. Express.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, D.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Newton now to throw. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
20.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To throw on 3rd down, Newton. And the grab by Croft. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter. as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Mike 59. Mike to 59. Three bud.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
58, come on. 58, right over there. Yeah.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Check. 20.
Gotta do better. Come on,
From the 25 on 2nd down. Newton from left side on target to Thielen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, here we go.
Hey!
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Gun.
Check 31. Hey, switch gears.
Gun.
Check 59, Mike.
20.
59, Mike to 59.
They snap it to Newton. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready?
Mike, 58, right there. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Here we go.
They begin with a run by Penny. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself, how much of that is him with a great performance, and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
20. Great.
Check 24. Check over.
To throw again. Newton. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. He was looking for a Nunwa there.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt Nix. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 33 yards that time. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been
And now off to the races, down the right side, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperate. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Anunwa again the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Right to the 3.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey!
Baby, that's a big shot.
Throwing again. Newton. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 16 yards, a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Following the penalty, it's Hyde. Dante Hightower on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Hyde. And he'll take this for a short gain on what